Alright guys, we're back with another video, another day trading video. So I couldn't trade yesterday. I couldn't trade. Why couldn't I trade yesterday? Oh, because it was a bank holiday. Yeah, okay, so basically if you follow any type of rule when it comes to day trading, you don't trade on bank holiday. I actually spent some time back testing yesterday because I don't like spending more than 2 days without trading. So when that happens, when there's a bank holiday on Monday, I try to backtest. I don't remember how it went. Honestly, I probably could have posted a video on it. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't do it, so it's okay. We're back today though. Today was a pretty decent day for me. Like I got around $300. I was pretty frustrated because I missed the trade pretty early on, and I'll go through it. And I just realized I started the video without the full camera on, but so what, you know. So let's just get right into the trading, I guess. I marked out 930 and on both indexes, ES and Nasdaq. And sorry if I'm not being too loud right now, or I'm being too quiet. I mean, my family is actually working up there around me and above me, so I'm gonna try to keep it quiet but also loud enough for you guys to not fall into ASMR or something. Anyway, 930. Before 930, both indexes actually started going down. We had some draws of liquidity on the lower time frames on both indexes, right? Yes, comes and takes out these draws all the way down here, and yes, I actually took all of them out. Like after we took out this draw liquidity right here, there's nothing much after that, unless we want to completely like disrespect this gap, this retrace, and just fall into a bearish movement. And that's one, pretty unlikely after we've hit this gap right here and already started a move up. And two, if that was the case, then I wouldn't have really any opportunities to trade because I have no clear draw liquidity. The next draw liquidity is probably this one over here, and I'd have to look at what Nasdaq is doing. Yeah, so Nasdaq also reacted off, you know, it's just a valid retrace, leg down before a leg up. If we were gonna come all the way down and like disregard the retrace and just go for a bearish move, a complete flip on the higher time frame, then again on Nasdaq I would have to wait, and that's probably not gonna happen. Probably not gonna catch a trade on New York from 9:30 to 11. So I'm glad we flipped into this bullish movement afterwards. Like I said, ES took out all the lows that were possible to the downside. At this point, I'm just hoping that we get some sort of confirmation that we're gonna go back up, you know, because it's possible we start to just like, I'm gonna, instead of doing with my finger, you know, it's possible we start ranging before we actually go up. It's always possible because the retrace is done on a high time frame, which means the 1 minute, the 5 minute, it could just do a lot of nothing, which is like a long time for us. But if we look at it on a high time frame, it's like 1 or 2 candles that are just a doji. And a doji, I don't know if you guys know that term. Oh, sorry. Let me find a doji for you guys. It's like this right here. This candle that does pretty much nothing, but imagine that on a high time frame. But we didn't get that. We got a pretty smooth move back up, which means we can expect some longs. Okay, now let's look at those longs. So after ES takes out all the draws of liquidity to the downside, Nasdaq takes out a decent draw to the downside, enough for me to start thinking, well, both indexes have reason to flip bullish. So let's look at what ES gave us as opportunity. We don't inverse the 1 minute right away. We continue going. Maybe we had an inversion on the 30 seconds. For me, after a big, like after we get a draw liquidity that's important on the high time frame, I want to see more than just an inversion on the 1 minute. Let me see like some break of structures on the 5 minute, some retrace in the 1 minute, and then like confirmation. For me, like a 1 minute inversion after a high time frame confluence, it's not enough. But here, clearly could have caught a decent trade. What I got frustrated about was I knew that, you know, 3 minute on Nasdaq, this is a 3 minute, it's a half between 1 and 5. For me, it's like a good deal for me. I could like take a 3 minute confluence. It's almost enough for me. I was waiting to see if the 3 minute would inverse, and we did. And I can tell you why I didn't take this trade. For me, after ES started ripping, Nasdaq inverses the 3 minute completely. There's no reason for me not to take this trade, really. Like, it's pretty clear that we're not gonna react off this 3 minute when we're over here. Like, I could have taken a trade like this. Go to my draw liquidity right here. Maybe put it here. It's possibly come back down. A little retrace. But this is the cleanest trade of the day, probably. I saw plenty of people taking it. ES also had clean price action. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't take it. The only reason I can maybe find, because I'm trying to think about what I was thinking at that moment, is that maybe I thought that Nasdaq wanted to take out all the jaws of liquidity, or at least this one right here, before they actually before Nasdaq also moved bullish. But after ES takes all of the draw of liquidities, we can have XMTs, and you know, this is exactly what we had right here. It's a textbook setup. It's an A+ setup, and it's my fault for not taking it. But I was lucky enough for market to give me a second chance. ES when it took out this draw liquidity, which is not enough of a draw of liquidity, by the way. If we're gonna flip bullish like we did right here, we're not gonna stop our move over here. This is not strong enough. What a strong draw liquidity looks like on ES, well, it looks like this one over here, maybe this one right here. It's not the little draw liquidity that we found right here, right? I'm expecting it to go up here and up there, at least. And same goes for Nasdaq. Let's see, it starts coming back down into the 5-minute gap over here, and we had only taken out this draw liquidity. So for me, the reasons for my next trade are because both indexes had clean draws of liquidity to the upside that weren't taken. The way I know this is a retrace and not a flip into a bearish move once again, and I'm going to show you the retrace so that you guys are not confused. This little black leg down into this 5-minute gap, and the same goes here on ES. The reason why I know this is a retrace, and by the way, I could always be wrong, but since I'm a reaction trader, I'm gonna know when I'm wrong. So if Nasdaq or ES or both decide to want to continue coming down and completely disrespect that gap, then I was wrong. But I'm allowed to have a feeling. I'm allowed to know out of market experience what the market probably is gonna do. I'm just not gonna take a trade before I know that I was right. And some of you might think, well, isn't it going to be too late by then? Well, not really. You have all of these low time frames for you to like get better and better clues. You're never going to know for sure, of course, until it's done. But, you know, when I mean I know I'm right, I mean I'm now 90% sure I'm right. So, as I was saying, the reason why I know that we're retracing is because it doesn't make sense, once again, that Nasdaq doesn't fill out these draws of liquidity, these clean jaws of liquidity to the upside, and that we react off pretty much nothing. And same goes for ES. And what do we have to the downside? We have some gaps. We have some spots where we can maybe come back down to retrace before completing the move. And so that's exactly what happened. Nasdaq went down, ES went down. This is still a respect off of the 5 minutes, by the way. Oh, sorry. I know we went back lower, but you know, if the candles are mainly into the 5 minute, then we're still respecting the 5 minute gap. And that's what led me to my trade. I actually entered here once I saw that. I actually originally entered on ES with like 4 contracts. One I meant to go on Nasdaq, and so that's why I went a little late. I meant to enter around here when we were flipping bullish, which is a bit of a reaction, not a reaction, a prediction. But the candle like was really aggressive to the upside that I had to go in. But normally, if I was gonna follow my principles as a reaction trader, as I say all the time, then no, I was supposed to wait for full right here, candle closing, and then I know this is a flip to the upside. But that was it. Basically, I stayed in this trade for around 4 to 5 minutes, pretty clean, 1-to-1. As I said, I was gonna start doing no partials, went break even at this spot right here. I'm probably gonna post a short on this, so stay tuned. See live reaction and live process before my trade and during my trade. And when I say before my trade, it's probably right before, because me before my trade is pretty silent, so not much content there. But yeah, that's pretty much what I had for you guys today. Good start to the week, and we're gonna keep this up. Let me know if you guys took this trade. I'm still waiting on anyone to like show me trades or like have interactions with me. Although I've been having some interactions, just not on trading theory or like any of my trades or their trades, you know. So that's why I created this channel in the first place, to like build interactions with fellow traders. So that's all I have for you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.